The year is halfway over and I probably can't count how many shoes I've already purchased in the past 6 months, but I can give you guys my top 10 favorite pickups so far of 2025. Coming in at number 10, we have the Air Jordan 3 in the Seoul colorway. Now this shoe in particular, you guys just saw my review about the sneaker. You heard my thoughts and opinions. If you haven't, make sure you guys go check out that detailed review. But overall, a beautiful shoe, a great story. Well, somewhat of a great story. And at the end of the day, very amazing materials on the shoe. I think they did a great job on these. Again, it's gonna be a love it or hate it type thing, but I'm kind of judging my top 10 off of this video in particular based off of my feelings, my emotions. How did I feel when I opened up that box and I got them in the mail, or I went and picked them up from the store, or whatever it was? What was that feeling that I got? And how excited was I when I purchased that shoe, or to know that I was purchasing the shoe? So this, I would say, falls at number 10 on the list. Again, this is not going to be everybody's hype list and all those other things. These are my opinions, my thoughts, and my sneakers. So let's take it to number 9. And that is the Air Jordan 5 in the Reimagined colorway, the metallic 5s. Classic to what we know. We know they switched up some stuff here on the piping and the different edges and the cuts and everything. Overall, a great shoe. It brought back a lot of desire for Air Jordan 5s, and it was kind of like the revitalizing shoe for new hype and new generation or era of sneakerheads, like reclaiming the throne of Jordans being the best shoe or something. I don't know what kind of lingo you want to use for this sneaker, but I feel like it definitely does have some type of timestamp to it, something that's going to be cemented later in life when we look back at this model and this colorway in particular and say, I remember when those came out. Everybody wasn't digging 5s, but for some reason they loved this shoe. They sold out, and since then we started to see other models starting to sell out and resale prices going back up again, and certain things. Again, not every single shoe, but it was happening more often, because at one point it kind of slowed down and like everything was sitting, and there was like definitely a lull in the game. Now for me, you know, I'm gonna buy what I like, when I like, for the price I like, and this one in particular I actually wasn't able to get when they came out, but luckily my homies over there at Heart, they ended up getting an extra size 13. They had them for a great price and I could not pass it up. So I'm so glad to finally add these to the collection, and I got these shortly after they had came out, like a couple months, so it wasn't like some crazy, actually it might not even been a couple months after I think about it. It might have been a few weeks. I think it might have been a few weeks, maybe even a couple weeks. I don't know. When I got them, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great shoe, but like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, everybody was gassing these up, and I'm like, yes, they're dope. Like, I like them too, but is there too much gas on this shoe? I don't know. Am I tripping? I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. Like, if everybody else was rating them 10 out of 10s, like, I would give these like a I don't know, like an 8.5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's probably why I put these at number 9 on my list. Now next up, we have a sneaker right here that I was like, again, in that same kind of weird position. Like, because I saw the resale price wasn't too crazy, I don't think it changed my appreciation or desire for the sneaker, but it allowed me to say, cool, let me step back for a second. I don't have to worry about rushing and putting too much energy into it. And sometimes when you don't have to put too much energy into a sneaker, you still love it, you still appreciate it, but at the same time you're like, it don't hit the same. And sometimes it's vice versa. You know, it might be like, oh, this was so easy, and then I got them for the low or whatever, and I love them because I wear them all the time. Again, the scenarios change depending on the shoes, but for this one in particular, it is the Union Chicago Shadow Air Jordan 1. I had just, when I looked at these and I saw the materials and everything, and I compared these and saw them in person before they had came out, I was still liking the black toes more than these on the overall presentation and the materials and everything like that when it comes to the two shoes. I have both in my collection. I've done my comparison, I've done my review, and that's how I felt about it then. I still kind of feel about it the same way now when it comes to these two shoes. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I have more time with the black toes that I like those more because of that. But a great shoe nonetheless. I think it didn't get me super hyped up. Like, I wasn't going crazy for them, but I knew like, oh, I'm gonna add those to my collection. Like, I already know I'm getting them. It's just a matter of time. And I ended up getting them, and I still love them, and I still appreciate them. So this is number 8 on my list. Let's take it to number 7, and that is the recently released Air Jordan 5 in the Grape colorway. I just broke this down in my review. This is something that we haven't seen since the original. We had the NRG, you know, the 2018, the Fresh Prince pair. I have the gold sample, the Friends and Family one. There's only like 23 pairs of those made, but this actually has the laces in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has the Nike Air on there. Like, it checks all the boxes. You got the OG shape. The only thing I would love to see is a retro card. Bring back the retro card. Bring back the retro card. Bring back the retro card. Can I get a chant in the comment section? Bring back the retro card. Bring back the retro. I try not to rank these too high just because I just got them, and I know that it's easy to have that new hot shiny thing and you say, oh, I like those because I just got them, so they come up higher on the list, and you kind of try to determine it based off of that. But when I thought about like my excitement of when I got them in the mail and how I felt, or you know, getting them with different places and stuff, these have me more excited than the Chicago Union, the Metallic 5, the Soul 3s. Like, for some reason, I think it's because my connection with having every version from 2006 to now and seeing all the different iterations and stuff, and that's a thing that makes it fun for me to have that nostalgic memory and then see it come back, and then now finally have the Nike Air on the back. This is immediately like, I cannot wait to wear these. I just got my pair in the mail yesterday. I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these. I don't know if you guys are surprised, but these are number 7 on my list. Coming in at number 6, we have the Galaxy Nike Air Foamposite 1. Now, I know this might have been higher on a lot of other people's lists, and I feel like, honestly, this is pretty high based off of the other pickups that I had and different things like that. But overall, I think this is a great shoe. I'm excited. I had the first pair. Now having the second pair was dope. Seeing that these were retro, and again, all those different elements. Again, I wasn't able to get these when they came out, so maybe that might have taken some of the allure away from me, but still having the hunt and going after the shoe was great. And to see that these weren't selling for much over the retail price was great as well, because I got these for a good deal, which made a lot of sense compared to back in the day. And you know, obviously, like, the resale prices on the old Foamposite was, you know, $1,000 plus. So to be able to save a ton of money and still to be able to get this shoe and add these to my collection, I was very, very excited. But again, it just, I knew that there was other pairs, and you guys know I'm more of a Jordan guy, but there's other stuff I like to have as well in my collection. But it's just that feeling that we're talking about. Like, when it comes to the feeling of these definitely get me going. I ain't gonna lie, this is a great shoe. But you know, I feel like maybe it could have been, if I reevaluate it after I think about it, it might have been a little bit higher on the list. But for now, this is a solid 6. Also, real quick, I need you guys to drop a list down below in the comment section after this video or during this video of your top 5 or your top 10 or your top 3 pickups of 2025 so far. I know you guys love seeing my list, but I want to see your list in the comment section as well. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. We're just all having fun here, and base it off of your emotions, not the hype. Base it off of what it made you feel. How did you feel? That excitement of unboxing that shoe, wearing it, whatever it may be. Base it off of that. Create the list based off of, you know, those internal feelings of purchasing the shoe. All right, let's take it to the next one. Coming in at number 5, we have the Air Jordan 6 in the Doernbecher colorway. I ended up doubling up on these. You guys saw my review on these as well. The details, the things that have been done to this shoe that have never been done to Air Jordan 6s before. The ankle around the collar, the Velcro patches, the hearts, switching colors, the shoe rubs. The pink rubs off and it turns to blue on this foot, and the blue rubs off and turns to pink on this foot. Just all the different details. Obviously the storyline, me being here from the area, living, you know, close to the Doernbecher Hospital, knowing kids that have been a part of the Doernbecher Hospital and having friends that have created their own Doernbecher sneakers. It's just hard for me not to fall in love with this collection. And then it's an Air Jordan 6. Like, bro, when I saw these were coming out, I was so hyped. Like, man, you guys heard me talking about it like in the monthly reviews and all that stuff. And you know, I had to make sure I added these to my top 5. Now, again, they are at number 5, but I had to make sure that no doubt about, like, these had to be in my top 5. I think these might actually make it into my top 10 at the end of the year. But again, we'll see, because who knows what I'm gonna pick up this year. Now this one at number 4 is actually kind of like a double whammy type situation. I'm sure you see the box, the EQLZ Nate Robinson. I just wanted to show you this because I haven't unboxed these and shown them on the channel yet, but I actually just got these in. And again, shout out to EQLZ for these. I appreciate you guys so much. This is the 24/7. This colorway, this shoe, everything, these things are so dope, bruh. Oh my gosh, let me get the other one out for you guys real quick. This is the 360, so you can see they just did an amazing job on these. The details with Nate's name on there, the story, the kryptonite, the, you know what I'm saying, like I'm excited to see where these rank at the end of the year because they're just that new shiny thing. So again, you know, I try not to put them too high, but these are really, really dope. Like, this is a great shoe right here. Well, 2 shoes or a pack or whatever you like to call it. Both of these, like, honestly couldn't even pick which one I like the most. Let me know which pair you guys like the most down below in the comment section. Were you able to get these and add them to your collection? I would love to hear that as well. And if you don't know about EQLZ, I'm telling you right now, very, very comfortable, great performance, and overall just fire looks when it comes to the different colorways and the models that they have. So yeah, there's no way these weren't making it on the list. Now coming in at number 3, we have the Nike SB Dunk Low in the Rodeo colorway, and y'all saw my review on these. Bruh, the execution, the shoe, like, this might end up being top 5 at the end of the year. They did a great job on these, adding the bandana, the laces, all the details. I kind of wanted to put these in my top 2, but then I was thinking about the other ones that I have, and I'm like, those did get me just a little bit more excited than these. But for a fact, I knew these had to be in my top 3 at some place. I didn't think number 1, but these are up there for sure. As of right now, again, very fun shoe, something different. Like, these just check so many cool boxes. The history behind them, the meaning behind them, the story. I'm sure a lot of you guys have these in your collection, and if you don't, you might be wanting them, or if you're not sure about them and you haven't seen the review, make sure you go check it out, because that might change your mind whether you like it more or less, whatever it may be. Either way, beautiful shoe, beautiful story. Very excited to unbox these and get these. And again, shout out to Nike SB. I appreciate you guys so much for sending me these. Oh yeah, these things are fire. Let's take it to number 2. Coming in at number 2, we have the Air Jordan 4 in the white cement colorway. I already got a few pairs of these. Make sure everybody in my family got some of these. This is just, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What do I really say? Like, as soon as I got these, immediately on foot. I already have a pair that I'm rocking that I've worn a lot on multiple trips that I've taken already, just around the streets and just doing stuff. This is just one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have it in the rotation. It's always great to have a fresh pair. Literally one of the greatest Air Jordan 4 retros of all time. These in the military blues, I'm gonna keep saying that until I see something else. These in the military blues are, bruh, like the cuts and the shapes and everything that they've done and executed. They did just a tremendous job on this shoe. So the only reason why I didn't put these at number 1 is because I have another one that I was just so hyped for, bro. Like, I was hyped when I got these. I know I was like, oh, it's pretty easy cop for everybody. I got these on Sneakers app, a few pairs off of there and different stuff. But for some reason, you know, when I unbox these, it's just that feeling that you get, no matter how classic it is, no matter what the collaboration, all the other stuff that could entail from other pairs. It's just, it's a classic, bro. Like, you just gotta love it. And speaking of the classics, bro, I went through hell for this one. For some reason, just the stars was not aligning, and then they finally aligned and it all made sense, but it took a little bit. And that's what I talked about before. You gotta have patience. The Air Jordan 1 Bred 85. You guys saw my review. I talked about the release. I have the 85 ones. I went out and got those in time for this release, and the whole storyline behind it was just crazy and fun. Like, I had such a fun experience hunting down this shoe, trying to get a pair of my size. I kept coming across different pairs, 12, 12 and a half, 14, this, that, the other. Like, in Portland, there's not that many that released. All the other stuff that was happening with All-Star Weekend, I couldn't make it because I had some stuff going on back home. You name it. I told the story before, but this one when I finally got the shoe, oh, we got the shoe. Like, I remember immediately, you know how like you get a pair of shoes and you get in the car and you just gotta unbox them real quick and check them out, and then you get home and you put them back in the bag, and then you get home and you're like, let me look at these real quick. Like, this was one of them ones. I had seen them before, which was funny, but it's different when it's your pair, your size, those different things. So for me, it was just fun to get these and compare them to the 1985 pair, which I don't know if I made a review of these compared to the original 1985s that I have, but if I didn't, I'll try to make that for you guys. But yes, this one definitely had me extremely hyped. Now let's run through some honorable mentions, and then we'll get out of here. And if you guys want to see, we can talk about some of the samples and PEs maybe in a different video or something like that, because them Foamposites, ooh, bro, them is crazy. I'm so hyped about getting those. But let's run through these honorable mentions real quick. The Navy SB Air Jordan 4, again, great shoe. It's just very clean, you know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with it. Shout out to Nike SB. Again, I appreciate you guys as always for sending me a pair. Great shoe. The next up, we have the Air Jordan 1 UNC Reimagined. I was pretty hyped about those. I thought those were pretty dope. Very, very good shoe. I didn't get two pairs. Wait, did I? Let me check. Oh, I did. I got the boxes right here. I got two pairs of those. I like that shoe a lot. Definitely plan on rocking those. I've always had some UNC ones in my collection. That's a great one. Next up, what do we got? The Air Jordan 11 Low Bred. That's a great one. I feel like very slept on. I just talked about that in a previous video. I like that shoe a lot. The Flu Game 12s and the Rare Air 3s. Two amazing shoes as well. They just, you know, they're great to have in the collection. And I'm not saying I'm not excited or not appreciative of those shoes or the other ones that I have, but they didn't tickle my fancy as much as these did. That's all I'm saying. So give me a list of your top 5 or your top 10 or your top 3 pickups of 2025 so far. I would love to hear your list down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys as always. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're getting very close to 400,000 subscribers, and I'm ready to do a big giveaway. So hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.
I would never let you down. It's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down. It's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I was made for it. It's in the DNA.